Now, Jack, you were diagnosed with MS 2 years ago now.
Yep.
And since that time, you and Nancy together have really turned a negative into a positive.
Absolutely, yeah. You gotta try and, gotta deal with the hand you get dealt. So, but try to keep a positive attitude. That was kind of one of the first things Nancy told me. So.
Well, usually our top talkers want to ask us ladies a question. Do you have anything you want to share before you guys ask us what your question is?
I just think, what Nancy's done ultimately is amazing. Her charity has been around a lot longer than before I ever was diagnosed, and the work Nancy does on a day-to-day basis is truly admirable, and, and she has all my support, and I'm just very glad she's doing what she's doing.
I'm so grateful that Sharon, even before her son was diagnosed with MS, she was involved with Race to Race MS every year and helped us to raise so much money. What's exciting today for a young person being diagnosed with MS, the landscape has completely changed, and there's 9 drugs on the market that did not exist 20 years ago. There's so many more things coming through the pipeline. When I was diagnosed, they basically said, go home and go to bed, you'll never walk again. I was a young mom with 3 children, and it was the most hopeless disease. Nobody had any hope. Today, and because of great people like the Osbournes helping out, we are in such a different place that we will absolutely find a cure for MS.
I know you know my brother Alan has MS. His son has MS, David, and I know that you know them. And I love it. My brother says, I may have MS, but MS does not have me.
I love that. It means it doesn't have to define who you are. We all have a very, big life and so many things to accomplish. It's one thing, but you don't know how much you can handle until you are diagnosed with something like this, and then you become, you have a different career that you were not born with, and all of a sudden, I'm sure Jack and everybody realizes this, your life takes you in very different places, as it did mine, but it's very rewarding, and we're so excited tonight. We're having this wonderful evening called Race to Race MS, and
I have a question for the ladies. Have you guys ever had to turn a negative into a positive?
Yeah. You know what? I would say my weight and my health. As a comic, I could have just said, hey, I make more money and appear to be funnier, heavier, but I chose to get healthier so I can live longer.
I think one of the hardest things that I have ever been through was the loss of my son. And, sorry.
Yeah, of course.
This Sunday, he would be 23. It's okay. It's okay. But, you talk about things you learn. And by the way, Jack, you look amazing.
Thank you.
You do. But, it's interesting because ever since he was a little boy, we called him Mallard. And I thought, how interesting, because mallards glide beautifully on the water, but underneath their feet pedal like crazy. And I wrote about that in my book, and I've had so many people tweet me and on my Facebook and say, I'm a mallard. And my heart just goes out to them. But yes, through difficult things, we can help other people, and you're helping other people. And it's